higher. Ready, go. Yep, right, because you're too square. Ready, right there, go. Watch the lift over. Good, that one. Don't lift this up like this. You just gotta. Too much. See how you're coming up like this? You can't lift the whole foot up. It's gotta be on the ball of the foot. Nope. Still up like this, right? It has to be the ball of the foot. Yeah. Sit on it. Put your weight in. Good. Got it.
You guys, look who we have here today. I was on Insta telling you guys we had a special episode. And I'm not even, listen, introduce yourself, guest, please.
Shelly. Shelito's way Vincent.
The man, the myth, the legend. Anyway.
Half man, half amazing.
Thanks for joining us on the Talkin Schop podcast. I'm Tito. Our boy Ant ain't here today. My man. We love you, Ant. He had some more business he had to take care of. He couldn't get out of.
He got COVID.
Yeah,
no, I'm just playing.
we'll let him slide for today. But yeah, Ant's not with us today, so Ant, we'll see you soon. But we do have Shelly Vincent, very good friend of mine, my family, my cousin. Obviously, we're not really related, but we are very, very close. Shelly is an amazing boxer. I've had the privilege of knowing Shelly since I was like 5 years old.
Word.
Been a long time. But I want to dive right into Shelly. Shelly's story is amazing, and we need to just dig right in. So first of all, I'm going to say, Shelly, where are you from?
New London, Connecticut.
New London? Wait. But you can say New London, but you can say a little bit of Groton, you can say a little bit of...
New London, then we moved to Groton, and then
Okay.
we moved back to New London, and back to Groton. So we was all over the place.
Okay, all right. How do you feel about New London? You like New London?
I mean, yeah, I love New London. That's, you know what I'm saying, that's where I started from. That's where I was brought up, Groton, London area. It's just love and hate for me because of certain things.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so I got mad love from where I'm from and everything. It's just, you know,
Yeah.
love and hate.
Yeah. All right. So from New London, where did you go to school?
So I went to school in New London for a little bit. Then I went to school in Groton. Then I got expelled from Groton.
Oh shit.
And New London wouldn't let me back in. And yeah, so then
They slammed the gates.
right,
No. This.
Yeah, so I ended up adult ed, and I finished my education over there. I just want to say that I wish that my life was different, so I could have took my education and everything more serious, because you don't realize how important those things are until you get older.
Absolutely.
And I try to explain that to the kids now that I'm older and that I've been through all the stuff that I've been through, that if I didn't have boxing and boxing didn't do the things that it did for me, I would have been a totally different person. And without that education, I would have been a bum. And kids need to realize that they really need to pay attention in school and take these certain things that they need to take more important, because not all people are going to be as lucky as me and find something that's going to save them and pull them out of the shit that I got pulled out of.
That's powerful. Wow. Where do you go from there? So I take it, growing up wasn't that easy, for you. I mean,
Hit some rough patches, yeah.
Growing up was hell, and most people, I don't even think you know, and you was like a brother, never mind a cousin, you know. Our parents were, our mothers were super close. Life for me was fucking hell. There's gonna be a lot of cussing. There's gonna be a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be me.
Say what you gotta say.
So yeah, I'm not gonna say everything, and I'm not gonna get as deep as I usually do, but life for me was hell, and it took a long time for me to be able to even explain to people and even explain to my mother and my sisters what was going on and why I was the way I was and why I was doing the things I was doing, and you know, it just even saved myself. But long story short, for you, those that don't know, I was abused from probably, and I'm not talking like you're a fucking terrible kid, like do the fucking dishes. I'm talking hung by my neck, guns waved in my face, my mother beat to unconsciousness, you know, that type of abuse, and that's as far as I'll go with that. Then I was sexually assaulted more than once by a man from New London. Sure, y'all probably know, and that's as far as I'll go with that on it, because I'm sick of talk about it, and you know, but all you have to do is a little bit of research and type in my name if you want to go a little bit deeper with that. But I'm gonna try to keep it positive, and you know, I'm trying to move past things in my life. But so.
Well, that shaped you though.
Yeah,
right?
it shaped me into who I am,
right.
And it molded me into who I am, and got me into boxing because I wanted to be able to protect myself and to be able to protect my sisters. Because once I told my sister, and my sister told my mother, and my mother told the police, he went after my sister. And then so I decided that I was gonna be able to fight back if it ever happened again, or if it ever happened to my sisters or any kids that was close to me. You know what I'm saying? It just changed me into a whole different person. And I honestly went through, and I started drinking bad. I was a terrible alcoholic. I tried to kill myself. I can't even count how many times. Drugs, alcohol, guns, driving over the bridge backwards. I tried to kill myself many times. I was constantly drunk. I was constantly high. I was doing any type of drugs. It wasn't because I wanted to be high. It wasn't because I liked the feeling. It was because I was sincerely, honestly trying to kill myself. I was looking for a way out. I was so fucking sad. I was so fucking depressed. Everybody thought I was crazy, and it was really just I was depressed. I wanted to die. Then my mother died from leukemia, and so I'm raped. I'm abused. I'm raped. Then my mother fucking dies from leukemia and cancer, and I'm just like, who do I have? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a little lost kid that was going through all this shit. I didn't have anybody I could talk to. I didn't know who I could talk to. None of this stuff. So now that I was older and then I got the boxing, I decided I was going to be that person.
How old were you when your mom passed?
Honestly, and my therapist says that I block out the ages and stuff in my mind because I just can't. Maybe 19 or 20.
I'm kind of that same way.
Yeah.
You block out shit and you refer back to stuff at different
self-defense.
points in your life. Yeah, you're right.
Mechanism.
And yeah, I've heard that. But I mean, Shelly, at such a young age, you were forced to do a lot of adversity.
Yeah.
And you know, I've seen you from a child to who you are today, and your milestones are leaps and bounds, right? Like I've been to not everyone, but a majority of your fights. I've tried to help you in your journey. But you know, I think, you know, being molded and I'm not saying that losing your mom and all these other things were good, but these things happened.
Without them happening,
right.
I definitely wouldn't have boxed. I definitely wouldn't have became the person that I was.
Right.
Not saying that I wish that I went through them, but I'm just saying that now that I'm older, I think that everything happens for a reason.
But you hold a lot of belts. Do you still hold the belts? How does that work?
No. So you
once you retire, you vacate the belt.
Yeah, or when somebody beats you, or once you're inactive. There's a bunch of things.
When you retired, how many belts did you have?
I'm trying to think. Because I went into different weight classes, so.
Right.
I never got beat for any of my belts, so.
Right. Wait. You had like the bantamweight belt, right?
I had a bantamweight.
Super bantam?
I had a super bantamweight.
Right.
No, they were all super bantamweight.
Okay.
Yep.
But different divisions, right? I mean, not divisions. What do they call those when they put the labels like the IBC and
so
the WBC?
UBF,
What do they call that? Yeah, what do they call that?
IBA, WIBA.
Right. Okay.
And the WIBA was the belt that all the girls had at this. Amanda Serrano had it, Melissa Hernandez had it, Heather Hardy had it. It was the one that all the girls were had at the one time, and then the guy really came at American
right.
fighters, and we all decided we weren't going to fight for that belt anymore. But at one point, like American promoters weren't even really paying for the girls to fight for the WBC, the IBO, you know what I'm saying?
Wow. So women's boxing wasn't getting the same credit as men's.
Never.
Is that what you're telling me?
Never. So it was like we were always fighting for women's equality, for women to be on television. That's why you didn't see women on television besides era ago, Mike Tyson, Christy Martin, Layla Ali. Then you didn't see women on TV because it just didn't happen anymore.
She was a big bitch.
So then me and Heather were the first women in this era that ended up on television, and we were marketable. The beef was real.
Some good fights.
Yeah, and that kind of opened the gate for now. Women are on TV all the time.
Yeah.
The Olympics happened. Clarissa Shields won the gold. Katie Taylor.
Women's fights.
Now it's huge. Women's boxing is on the rise. They're making Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor just made $1 million payday.
What?
Yeah, they're making $100,000 paydays and stuff now, and that's what we were fighting for.
Right.
Back then.
Right. Well, women's boxing is exciting. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Right. I mean.
Oh yeah, they more action packed. You know what I'm saying? Because they're always trying to prove that we belong. We're in the same category. You know what I'm saying? The same. I'm losing my words right now.
Well, as the men, right?
That we belong here with the men.
Right.
We deserve to pay. We deserve the television. We deserve it. But now it's like they do it. You know what I'm saying? They're doing it. I just wish I was a little bit younger, so I could have still inched my way into this era where it's all happening. But I was definitely a pioneer and one of the women that got in that direction. I'm just old as shit.
Well, let's bring it back a little bit because you're very athletic. And while you were, I mean, you're not in fighting weight now, but you're always cut, right? Did you do any sports growing up? How did you?
Oh, I played everything. I played softball, basketball, football. I was the first woman in this kid.
You had to be, right?
Yeah, first girl, not woman, first girl to play. I think in this area, period. Might have been the first girl, period, to play boy football.
We're talking about what?
Yeah, that was
30, 40 years.
30, 40 years ago. I was definitely the first in this area. I don't know about over there, but I was the first because I remember they tried to tell me I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
That they tried to have all types of people come in and say she can't do it. She's a girl, and then my mom was like, no, and I was like, oh no, we're doing it, or you're gonna get that Shelly that you don't like.
Yeah, the funny shit. I remember when I first saw you in the football uniform. I'm like, hell no, this bitch ain't playing football. There's no fucking way. Anyway, but obviously you did, and I think I went to one or two of your games, and were we playing at the same time?
Yeah.
Were we? Yeah, because I think I remember. But I remember I saw you lay a couple people out. But it was, what position did you play in football?
I played the line.
The line? Okay.
Yeah.
Big ass.
Right. That's because I didn't want to play up on the seniors. I was like, these motherfuckers, they gonna be clipping me.
Good thing, right? They go like micros, juniors, and seniors.
I played on juniors, yeah.
Well, when I first started football, I had to lose weight before I even could play in the seniors. So I know I ran my fat ass home right there. I ran all the way home. So we went from the elementary school, right, to where my mom used to live behind Dairy Queen. So maybe half a mile, but I still ran that motherfucker. Yeah. But anyway, so you did sports. So when did you actually get into boxing? Like when was the concrete date that you said I'm gonna get in the fucking gym and hit the bag?
So after I was assaulted.
Okay.
I told my mom I wanted to box, and we couldn't find anywhere around here for me to get into it.
Why boxing? Why not karate? Why not jujitsu, some shit like that?
I did do karate, but I didn't want to. I always wanted to box. I always wanted to box.
So something appealed to you. So what was it that appealed to you?
It was just in my blood. My biological father boxed.
Okay.
His whole family boxed. My grandfather's brother Babe boxed. It just must have been in there. But I was always drawn to it. But as soon as that happened, I said, this is what I want to do. And then my mom was like, they don't have that for girls. Like no. And I was like, let them move me to New York. And then I was so depressed and everything. She was really considering moving me to New York. And then we found the Wheeling City Athletic Center.
And then did she
That's now Wheeling City
boxing club, right?
Oh, it was Wheeling City Boxing Club back then, and now it's Wheeling City Athletic Center. So it was WBC. I know that's a sanction, but that was the name of the club. And then now it's Waterford Athletic Center.
Okay. Did you, at that point, when you finally found the place, was your mom supportive at that point?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And did she?
She was gonna do anything to make me not be so depressed.
Depression's real.
Yeah, man.
Depression, for you guys that don't know, depression is very, very real, and a lot of men, we're a men's health, self-help podcast, right? We try to help you guys go through your journey in life and try to give you some helpful tips. I'm not going to say I know all the answers, neither does Shelly, right? But if there's one thing you can take away from what we're telling you, beautiful. But, depression is real. Men's suicide is at an all-time high. So depression is a real situation. Suicide, I mean, all that shit is real right now. And I think we need to, take note of that. And maybe as we move about the day and we encounter people that maybe are depressed or, hello, how are you? How's your day? Can I help? That kind of thing, right?
Instead of clowning people.
Yeah, I mean, it's real.
Think about what they're going through.
Exactly. So your mom became supportive, and then you just started hitting it hard body, right? And then, did you have your first fight when your mom was still alive?
So
the Crocker House, I remember. I was there.
No, so I was supposed to fight at the Ocean Beach, the bash at the beach. Yes, I remember. I trained for maybe 30 days, just naturally good. They sent my mother home from the hospital.
The day of the fight?
So that she could watch me compete.
Oh, shit.
And they ended up not letting me compete because I didn't have the turtle shells. That was the name of your breast protectors back then. They were called turtle shells. So by the time we came in and out of the ring, they said they were going to go get him. I was going to come back. The whole place was going crazy. The girl left. She didn't end up wanting to fight. So my mother never actually physically got to see me fight because she went back into the hospital and she died.
Before your next fight?
Before my next fight, which ended up happening, I want to say 2 weeks later. And it was Golden Gloves, so I went straight into the Golden Gloves. I lost by a point, and to a girl that she won the Golden Gloves the year before. She had 15 fights. I just went straight in. I said, I didn't want to fight, and everybody was like, your mom would have wanted you to still fight. My mom died 2 days before. So I did it. I was fine, and then I heard my sister yell, "Do it for mom," and that completely messed me up. And
then you just went there.
But I mean, I did well. I lost by a point to a girl. I only trained for about 30 days. Like I said, I lost to a girl that's been doing it for a long time.
Right, and she was the Golden Glove champ.
Right.
So you fared well against her.
Yeah,
okay.
Lost by 1 point, and then you know what I'm saying. And then that was my only loss. I ended up losing 4 times as an amateur, but I was in and out of prison. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so I was in and out of prison the whole time, but I did well for everything that was going on in my life, and nobody knew what was going on at home because I didn't say anything.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, how did you feel holding all that stuff in, and why do you feel like you couldn't confide in anybody? Did you think nobody would understand?
Do people believe women now when they say that they're assaulted? Do people believe women are trying to help them? When no, they say that they're lying, they say whatever, or they clown them. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? And still to this day, they don't believe him or they don't help him. So imagine me being a 13-year-old kid, you know what I'm saying? And the man's threatening to kill my mom. He's threatening to hurt me. He's threatening to hurt my sisters. You know what I'm saying? I'm worried about what the kids are going to say at school, if they're going to make fun of me at school, if they're going to harass my sisters, what they're going to say about my mom. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you don't think maturely, you think like a little kid.
Facts.
You know, I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I could do it all different now, I would have immediately went to the police and put that motherfucker behind bars. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, you live and you learn, right? So.
Right. That's why I go to these schools, I talk to these kids, and I try to teach them better, because I have the blueprint out now.
Yeah.
And so that they don't want to try to kill themselves all these years. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how I'm not dead all the times I try to kill myself. You know what I'm saying? How many times do you see me drink myself into a fucking coma and
Well, yes.
the drugs I was doing to try to kill myself?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I was part of that. And B, I was also part of one of the times where you try to take your own life.
Right.
And I remember very, very, very vividly.
We don't need to talk about that because kids are watching.
No,
but,
I
yeah,
won't.
don't get into the details.
No, yeah,
but,
I remember it very, very, like it was yesterday. And, you know, it just hurts to see people like that you know, right? You don't wish ill will on anybody, but then somebody that's trying to take their own life, I mean, you got to kind of like go to the question, like, well, why? Like, why do you want to do that, right?
And nobody knew.
Right. And you felt like you couldn't turn to anybody because of all the shit you've dealt with, which
I thought even y'all would have made fun of me.
Yeah, well,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely feel you.
Then look at you, and for all the people, how did I look as a child?
What do you mean, like the
How did I
real
look?
Like you look a girl.
How long was my hair?
Long black hair, back to your back.
Was I a child model?
Were you a child model? Well, I'm not going to say you were ugly, but you were.
No, yeah,
I
I modeled as a child.
But listen, I'm not going to. You
Right.
like favorite
No,
kids,
but like
right?
my hair.
Oh yeah.
I dressed like a girl.
Yes.
All that, right?
Yes.
So then, all of a sudden, what happens?
You cut your hair.
And I start
Almost regressing, like.
right looking like a dude.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember you asked me to cut your hair. I was
Right,
like,
you,
fuck
I
no.
ain't cutting your fucking
I ain't-
hair. Like, the fuck is wrong with you?
Hell
right?
no.
But like, think of so now everything's starting to make sense, right? You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? So now everything is now you start piecing the shit together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's terrible. It's like, when you're young, you don't even think about that shit, right?
Right.
You're just thinking about hanging with your homies, going to hoop, whatever. You don't even think to, why is Shelly doing all these changes? Like, why is she going through, like, you don't even realize shit like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Until years later.
I mean, this is me, and I'm comfortable with who I
Right.
am.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very comfortable with who I am, and this is me.
Right.
But
She was there.
Yeah. you know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm glad that, everything was able to, work out, right? And then you've taken boxing to another level, right? Which is why we're here. We're actually in Providence, Rhode Island today. We're at Shelly's gym, and is it a mashup between you and,
Me and my trainer Pete.
right? So Pete Manfredo
Yep.
and Shelly. So it's a combination of their gym and their clients together. And I was talking to one of her fighters today, Julian, and Julian has nothing but high praise. He said he was working with Manfredo, saw your drive, your dedication, your the way you move. He was totally impressed, and he was like, "I got to work with her. I want to be." And when Pete wasn't looking for fighters, you stepped in, you started training him, and he looks like he's promising.
Yeah.
Like he's a beast, that guy.
No.
21-year-old, he jacked.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you box
Air
and you work
Force.
out? This
Yeah.
motherfucker was like, both. I'm like, dude, you're making me sweat just
He's like
looking
an
at
action
you.
figure, yeah.
Yo, facts, right? That's crazy. But all right, enough of this depressing shit. I know you don't want to keep talking about that. That is crazy. But if all right, so if you could tell any of our viewers that may be in a similar situation, how would you tell them to navigate that? Like, not just say, hey, just go to the police, but what do you tell somebody? Like, if you could tell somebody to get out of your situation, or there's somebody that cares for you, there's some, you know what I mean? Like, what would you tell somebody?
Just talk to somebody. Talk to somebody. Don't bottle it in. Just talk to somebody. Get it out and find ways to channel it. For me, it was boxing. Some people is drawing. Some people is singing.
Right.
But definitely, absolutely, talk to somebody, whether it's a friend, whether it's should be somebody, you know, that's professional, but you know what I'm saying, start with somebody that you confide in, and there is somebody that's going to help you and somebody that's going to care.
Cool.
If you talk to me, if you need to talk to me.
Yeah, we'll give you her Insta, all her stuff after the show. But you know, you've taken that next step to training, right? How does training fulfill your inner? Because I know you still want to fight.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to fight, but I just can't. I'm old.
Well, you started boxing late.
I started boxing late, but you know what I'm saying? Because you only is.
Wait, your professional fight, but you started before that.
I was
right?
still old when I turned amateur.
Oh, okay, all right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I was older than most people. If you're gonna be good at boxing, they usually start at like 6.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, and
So most of these people that you see, like the big names, Mayweather, Javante, you know what I'm saying? All those guys. That's probably the names that you guys know. Bud. You know what I'm saying? Like they all started like 6, 8. You know what I'm saying? So I started late. I didn't turn pro till I was 31.
Okay, stop. Take a breath. All right. We're going to take a break. You started with pro when you was 31.
Yep.
Remember that. I'm going to type it. I'm going to go downstairs real quick.
Yep.
And I'll be right back. Just kind of like refocus. And so, first fight 20. Turn pro. Sorry, guys. We did go on a quick little break. I had to get some water. It's hot as fuck in here. I'm losing weight. It's like a sauna. Sorry about that. I didn't announce it, but we're back and we're going to finish talking to... What's your
Shelly.
name? I forgot your name.
Shelly Vincent.
Wait. Why don't you use Michelle anymore?
Stop. I never used Michelle.
Motherfucker, I called you Michelle at one point in my life. And then I
You got cussed
stopped.
the fuck out. The only time I got called Michelle is if I was in trouble.
Fair enough.
Otherwise, it was by Shelly.
All right.
Well, my teachers called me Michelle, and I said, "Don't call me that lady. Call me Shelly."
Yeah, true.
Right.
All right. So we were actually, before we went on a break, we were talking about Shelly turning pro at about 31, and we were saying that she went a little bit later, and 31 you turned pro.
Yeah.
So tell us about it.
So I turned pro, 31. Fought 7 times in my debut year. That's like unheard of for even a male.
7 times when you turned 31.
No,
So you were fighting every 2 months.
pretty much. Yep.
So how do you stay? So you was continuously in fight weight.
Right. I was. I mean, does anybody know? I didn't do anything, but I didn't go out.
For sure.
I didn't drink. I didn't party. Like, once I was done with that, I was done with that. I didn't do holidays. I didn't do birthdays. I didn't do anything. I just took my career very serious. All I cared about was winning, striving to be the best, and I just took my boxing very, very serious.
Well, it shows because you're going to be inducted into the Women's Hall of Fame, no?
Connecticut Boxing Hall of Fame, not the women, the Connecticut Boxing Hall of Fame.
Okay.
I'm the first woman fighter to be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
That's
And
huge.
I'll be going in November 18th. That trophy that you put there actually was, I was the first woman to ever win the Pro Fighter of the Year. So I won that 2016 after I had my fight at NBC, when I fought on NBC for PBC.
Okay, all right.
So
I
got
think I
that.
remember that.
Yep.
And that's obviously only one of her accolades, right? It would just look cool with the crown, and because you walk out in that, don't you? What you did,
I walked out in the crown,
right?
the mask,
Yeah.
and a straight jacket.
While we're on the subject, was there a meaning to all that?
Yeah, so the mask, I wore the mask because he died the same day as my mother, and he was born,
Really?
2 days after me.
Is that the V for Vendetta guy?
Yeah, V for Vendetta. So Guy Fawkes, the real Guy Fawkes, was born 2 days after me and died the same day as my mother. I just thought that was crazy. The real Guy Fawkes.
That is
Then if you
insane.
watch the movie, V for Vendetta, similar names. If you watch the movie, they did shit to him. He started fighting back. But behind this mask, we're all the same. I mean, we're all different. But with the mask on, we're all the same. What you did to me was monstrous, and you created a monster. Ideas are bulletproof. You know, just all the quotes and the stuff from the movie. And if you
Right.
watch the movie, why he started doing the things that he did is just, if you took that out and you put the abuse and everything else that I went through and you took out the government and replaced it with that,
It lines up.
it lines up.
Wow.
But the real Guy Fawkes, you know?
I'm gonna have to watch that movie. I've never seen it.
Yep.
I know it's out there.
But the people, they put him in the fire to die. He made it out the fire. He came back. He started killing them all one by one. But what he was saying is, if we fought back against the government, it would be all of us. Against them, there's way more of us than there is of them. But it's a bunch of things. But the real Guy Fawkes, I wore a straight jacket. Not to be like, oh yeah, I'm crazy, look at me. But to be like, to symbolize the way women were tied down in sports, and me trying to break free of my demons and myself when I fought, because that was my therapy.
And that's how you did it? You broke free when you was fighting?
I broke free when I was fighting. So whenever I fought, I was fighting the guy that raped me, my father that was abusing me, and my mother.
Damn.
It was, so it was like...
So it wasn't just a regular fight?
It was controlled chaos, and it was something so violent and crazy, it brought me peace. But it was definitely therapy to me.
No, I ain't
It
gonna
was
hold
so
you.
therapeutic.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why when I stopped and I retired, I was depressed and I was going through it again because I didn't have my outlet anymore. So that's why I decided, like, I really need a coach, and I'm gonna run shows because it's giving me the same energy and it's giving me the same fulfillment
Yes.
in the void, even though I'm not doing it anymore. And to watch the kids get better and to know that I help them do that, and you know what I'm saying, like it really fills that void for me. So even though it doesn't give me the same as fighting, it fills me up.
Well, I mean, nothing is going to give you the satisfaction of punching a bitch, right?
Tap on you right now, T.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
That's
right
crazy.
now, y'all want to see me fight Tito for his belt right now, right?
Hey, like and subscribe. I'll fight. If you like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. Let's do this.
I will fuck him up.
I don't. Listen. I don't.
I will fuck him up.
She's probably right.
We
right?
will set this shit up.
So hold up. If we get 250 subs, right? 250 subscribers, I'll get in the ring with Shelly.
I'll put him in with Julian.
I ain't ready. Motherfucker,
Fight somebody your own size.
Yo, listen, I haven't even ran on a treadmill.
Right.
And I'm about to get in here with Shelly. Get the fuck. I'll 250 subscribers, and I'll do it. For fun, right? I know I'm going to get fucked up, but I'm willing to you know.
Blows,
Yes,
elbows,
I'm willing.
all of it.
I'm willing to do it.
Yeah.
All right, anyway, so let's go, let's talk about your aspirations now, right? You're in the gym training fighters, right? Is the end all be all owning your own gym and teaching your own?
So I own Shelito's Way Boxing. I already own that.
Okay, you own okay, got you.
Yup. And I am. That's what I'm gonna say right now. With that,
She owns Shelito's Way Boxing.
I own Shelito's Way Boxing. I run my own shows. I run an all females tournament that I just had the first one. I'm gonna make it an annual thing. I just hope my goal is to make it bigger and better each year, and you know, to just keep trying to do it bigger and better for the girls, better venues, better awards.
Do you see it getting bigger?
Yeah.
I mean, how was the turnout in the last fight?
I mean, it was good.
Tournament was good?
It was good, and you know, I didn't do a show first. I didn't do nothing. I went straight into a tournament. We had girls from New York come.
Damn.
I think Maryland, Jersey, Connecticut.
Damn.
I'm gonna pick the timing a little bit better next year in between the other tournaments and everything. It was just all put together, and it was a learning process for this one. I have a proposal out. That's all I'll say with that, and we're working on something to make it bigger and better.
That's good.
So I'll keep y'all posted on that. Hopefully it's some good news soon. And then I'm just gonna keep running the shows. Those are gonna be aimed at, you know, the men and the women. But the all-female thing, that's gonna be aimed for the girls. And that's what I really wanna focus on the women, because I was a female fighter where we didn't have many opportunities, even though there are many more opportunities now, but it's still hard for girls to get fights, especially unless it's a big, huge tournament, and you got to pay mad money to go over to Ohio, Florida, California, you know what I'm saying? So if I could get one that's over here, then it makes it a little bit easier for the girls that are released here, and them other girls got to fly over here, you know, stuff like that. So just try to create another outlet for the females. And you know, last time Ebony Bridges, big huge superstar from the UK, she sponsored and threw on it. So if I can get more girls like that, women, to do that, it'll just keep making it bigger and better. October 28th, the card that I'm throwing, the next card, I got Heather Hardy coming through. You know, my bestie, but she's gonna come through, and you know, she's all about the youth and the women. So
cool.
The two of us together, you know, we'll present a belt to the
Can you hook me
most
up?
outstanding fighter of the day.
Can you hook me up? Yeah.
You're gonna have to pull up.
All right, I'll pull up. I'll pull up. I mean, listen. The first time I didn't even meet her, but the first time I seen her, I was like, oh, she's pretty. I mean, you know what I mean? Like for a fighter, like not saying fighters are ugly, but I didn't.
Except for a fighter, you disrespectful. Now I'm really gonna fuck about.
I'm not disrespectful.
Subscribe. I need them 250, sucker.
But listen, you think when you think of like fighters, right? You think of
You think Shelly Vincent?
No, but you think of
Yikes.
she's getting beat up, face all
yeah,
fucked
yeah,
up.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like she got jacked up, right? Did she fight MMA? And
She
got
did
smoked?
MMA, yep. She did MMA.
Sorry for your loss, but that she got smoked. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
But
her nose was, I think,
that's what I'm trying to
shifted
say.
over all that.
But anyway, that's crazy. But anyway, so
And then at the time, just the beef was real. Me and her
Yeah.
hated each other. Like, that shit was real. Wasn't nothing fake about it, whatever. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's different now. We talked. We had a conversation one day, and I realized that we're way more alike than
damn.
we're not alike.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And politics and boxing and all that stuff.
Well, I saw the video that when you went to her match and you called her out. Remember? You went somewhere and then you were.
Oh, yeah, that was her MMA fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you called her out, and then you guys ended up fighting twice.
We fought twice.
One
yeah.
at Madison Square.
One at Madison
which
Square Garden, the
I-
other one at NBC.
That Madison Square
NBC.
Garden fight was fire.
Yeah.
I mean, that show was fire. But okay, so you hope. I mean, did you hope to be in your own, your own thing, just you?
Yeah. That's being worked on as we, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right, and I just think that it's good. I think a person with your mindset. I think a person that cares deeply for the today's youth. I think there's a place for that person, and I listen. I think you're doing great work with the kids, right? I seen you today. We have a lot of footage we shot here today. We saw sparring, saw Shelly teaching. I mean, we saw her at her finest, right? Well, boy was slipping a little bit, right? But it was very great. I mean, her kids are dope. Everybody in here is nice. I mean, we caught her in her element, and that was a good thing. We'll have that up for you as well. But that's just, I think that's awesome. I mean, you're doing something for the kids, and nowadays kids need an outlet, right?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
there's more
yeah.
bullying now today than any. You know what I mean? And maybe you can help.
I needed that outlet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think we all needed that outlet.
We all needed it.
And
I needed it more than others.
Won't indeed.
And I'm gonna keep it real.
Indeed.
I needed it more than others.
I don't think people truly.
If I would have had somebody to talk to, I wouldn't have been drinking. I wouldn't have been doing all those drugs. I wouldn't have been trying to kill myself as much. I just needed to. I lost my mother. My mother died at 30. She was diagnosed at 36. She died at 37. I never had a mother. If you really think about it, I had a mother, yes, because my mother lived to 37, but I never had a mother. I didn't learn anything. I pretty much was an orphan. You know what I'm saying? Think about it.
Yeah. Wow. Put it that way.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean.
I came out of prison. Where was I?
Yeah. My crib.
Yeah, because I didn't have a fucking mother.
Yeah. I mean that's tough, man.
Yeah.
You've.
So there's a lot of shit that I just didn't even learn.
I think you've overcome the odds.
Yeah.
I
But I'm
think-
just saying, like, that's why everybody was like, oh, she acts like a big ass kid. Yeah, because I didn't learn anything.
Yeah.
I learned everything at an older age because I was just aimlessly out there. Besides, like, the stuff that your mother helped me with
Right.
and pops. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I mean, God bless, I had pops, but them years that I was out just all over, lost. You know what I'm saying? It just.
Do you like talking to people about that? I mean,
Now I do, yeah, because talking to people back then would have
Mhm.
changed me.
Yeah.
If my mother would have just let me go with Kevin, my life would have been totally different. Think about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Kevin's a stand-up dude.
Yeah, he's a real good dude.
I
That's
love that
that's
motherfucker.
Pops. I was just with him a couple days ago.
Yeah, he's definitely. I like Kevin.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, your mom, man, that's truly a heartbreaking story. I mean, I remember your mom too.
37. Think about it. Think about your mom when she was 37.
I would have died.
You know
10
how
years
young
ago.
that is?
Yeah. Yo. That's
And how
crazy.
young you were? You know what I'm saying? I was just like, I was lost.
That's
And I didn't want to be found.
37
I
yeah.
didn't want to be found.
That is crazy. Did you like hit the hard drugs? I mean, were you doing
Oh,
that?
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Marijuana ain't gonna kill me.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
It don't
no.
make you stupid.
I never shot nothing up.
Right.
But I was sniffing shit. I was fucking popping pills. Like, everything. Like, when I tell you I don't know how I didn't die. I don't know how I'm still here. And now I honestly think that, like, I'm here for a reason. It's to help kids. Like, anybody that knows me anybody that says they don't like me doesn't know me on a personal level.
Or on any level.
Yeah, right. But definitely not a personal level. Because anybody that knows me, besides me cussing, and people might not like that, but like where we from is this how the fuck we talk.
Yeah.
And what's my mother?
I mean, what is she?
What race is my mother?
She's black.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I just want to put that out there
Oh,
for
okay.
just in case that gets shared, because
She's black.
there was a rumor that, you know how I talk.
Mhm.
So there was a rumor amongst the pro ranks that I was racist and that my mother was Irish and I was adopted by a black woman.
Wow.
Ain't that crazy?
People ain't got nothing better to do.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Ain't that wild though? Like, my mother is black, my father is Italian. So,
Well,
Yeah.
I saw black. I saw black.
my mom's Cape Verde.
Yeah.
Cape
Well, yeah.
Verdean and black.
Right,
But
Cape
Cape
Verdean.
Verdean and black is the same thing.
Yeah.
Portuguese and black. But
Yeah, because they dark.
off the coast of Africa. But
Fucking nuts.
is that wild?
That is
But anybody
wild.
that knows me on a personal level knows I genuinely care for kids
Yes.
and genuinely just a dope soul. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I am a cusser, but that's the worst part about me. But I stand up for myself, and I'm a straight shooter.
I dig it. I got a question for you. We're gonna wrap it up soon, guys. We only got a few more minutes, but I got the ultimate question for you.
But not be
Do you want kids yourself?
Oh, I would have loved to have. Now this, because I'm going to keep it real now,
Okay,
right?
okay.
So, I absolutely wanted like 6 kids
Shit.
back when I was young, right? And then of course I was with Gigi's mom, and then Gigi since she was 6 months.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So Gigi's still in my life. Obviously, I don't
Okay.
see her all the time,
Right.
right? But I absolutely wanted kids, right?
Right.
Then, about maybe 2 years ago, I decided I don't want kids anymore.
Because.
And the only reason why I don't is because a person that is so depressed as me and is so sad majority of the time, like I laugh and I'm always cracking jokes and I'm always high and I'm like, I crack so many jokes, I'm like a comedian. Why? Because I'm so fucking sad, right? And I try to mask that I'm so sad,
Fair enough.
right? So I said, why would I want to bring children around me or God bless, I'm not straight and I
Right.
had children
Right.
because I wouldn't want my child to see me depressed and channel that onto a child. You know what I'm saying? But for kids that I could be around and talk to and whatever, yes, I would absolutely be great for those
Right.
children. But I would never want to raise a child and be crying or depressed or in my room for weeks at a time and that child to be depressed or, you know what I'm saying? And then because that shit rubs off on them. And it took me a really long time to realize that that's not the right move because you don't, what's that called? Pass that down.
Well, I think that's
And there's a
responsible.
chance that I might have passed that down.
That's responsible.
Not saying I would have, because it could have went either way. Either the child's going to lift me up and make me better, or I'm going to make that child worse.
Well, yeah. If you have, when my ex, when we had our child, she became postpartum
Yeah.
depression, right?
Yep,
So
yep.
that intensified, right? So, and it was hard for her to shake it back. But with you, you already have depression.
Right.
Having a child, knowing you have to care for the child, it could elevate, right? It could elevate that. So, I mean, that's.
I still have nightmares,
Yeah.
like waking up, running, trying to
It's crazy.
like nightmares like that and stuff. Like it's just stuff that I don't think that you should put on, because I could adopt kids and stuff. I just, you know, it's just I wanted to up until then. I guess as I matured more, I was like that maybe that's not the right move.
Do you have a special somebody in your life?
Several. No, I'm just kidding. No.
Can I get your phone off? Can I get your second?
Nah, like I'm taking time to
Chilling?
like focus on me for once in my life.
It's only right.
Cause you know what, like I
only
kept
right.
it a buck. It was like, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah. Okay. I hear you. Listen, guys. This is Shelly part 1. We're gonna do a part 2. There's just so much to cover. I was just trying to gauge everything real quick. But we will be coming back, and Shelly is just an awesome person. We want to get to know her a little bit more. But with that said, Ant usually does a little rapid fire at the end, like he does his little couple questions to our guest. I'm going to try to remember them, and I'm going to ask him Shelly before we go. So Shelly, here's some of Anthony's rapid fire questions. Okay, hot or cold?
cold.
LA or New York?
New York.
Biggie or Tupac?
Biggie.
What's your favorite sport?
Boxing.
What else? When you get to heaven someday,
I'm looking for my mother.
damn, I already knew that was gonna come. I was gonna say, what do you want to see happen when you walk through those pearly gates?
Looking for my
You're
mother
looking
and
for
my
your mom.
grandfather.
You walking through and like,
Yeah.
Mom, where you at? School.
Tanya.
No, I dig it. He also asked another question. What your favorite 3 rap albums? It doesn't have to be the exact album, and it could be a song off the album or an artist. So what 3? 3.
I ain't doing it because I'm too old for this shit.
No, do that shit. Do that. When you boxing, who you got in the fucking earplug when you boxing? Or when you training?
I let the kids play what they want to hear. I ain't listening to that new shit.
All right.
But so first album I ever bought.
Okay.
Not saying it's my favorite or anything. LL Cool J, Bigger and Deffa.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Hello. I like LL.
So but I ain't listening to that now. But like now when I'm training, I listen to like Mobb Deep.
Oh.
Shit like that.
That's
yeah.
what we want to know. Mobb
Yeah.
Deep, LL, and then one more.
I don't listen to LL now.
Okay.
I'm just saying that's the first
Album you bought.
album I bought when I was a little kid. Okay. That was my first crush too. So I knew y'all wasn't ready for that. I knew y'all wasn't ready for that one. My first crush was Kermit the Frog, and then it was LL.
You said Kermit.
And then it was women. And then it was women. Right?
Yeah, that's fucking.
Then it was
hilarious.
women. Oh shit.
We're good.
And then
Third one.
I don't know. I listen to fucking everything, bro.
Anything that tickles your fancy right now?
Fucking God. I listen to Nipsey when I'm training.
Bet.
I
There it
listen to a
is.
lot of Nipsey. But I listen to Biggie. I listen to fucking Tupac. I listen to all that shit. But I let the kids listen to what they want to listen to, and it's mostly trash.
All right.
Not right.
I'm gonna add one more. What's your favorite kind of car? What do you push? What do you like?
BMWs.
BMW?
Like, yeah.
You know you will be.
I'm about to be done with them.
What does BMW stand for?
Bavarian Motorworks.
Was it? Bavarian
Bavarian
Motor?
Motorworks.
Okay. All right. Yes. Most people don't know that. They're like, B stands for bad ass or bad ass car. All right.
Motorworks.
Well, listen. Thanks for joining the Talkin Schop podcast. Shelly, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, bro.
She let us come here today. We're in Providence, and it's been a great time. If they want to come train with you, if they want to find you, how can they find you?
Shelly Vincent on Facebook.
Okay.
He's got the check.
Oh, you blue check certified.
Yeah, I don't know why they won't give it to me on the but they haven't given it to me on the Instagram. And then on Instagram, Shelito's Way. Shelito's Way Boxing is my training page. And then on Twitter, Shelito's Way. I don't really be on Twitter though, but
All right. So if you guys want to, spar, if you guys want classes, if you just want to talk, you're in a sticky situation.
One-on-one, past sessions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Give her a shot.
Got a little bit of everything for every, little bit of something for everybody.
Give her
I'm
give
tired
her a
and
shot.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, with that being said, stay tuned. We're going to have part 2 coming soon. And again, thanks for joining the Talkin Schop podcast.
And October 28th, Wayland City Boxing. Come through, support the youth. Send New London, come out, support the youth. Come check the up-and-coming boxers. They come from all over.
And remember, guys, girls watching the podcast, know your worth, please. Know your worth. Thank you, guys. I'll talk to you soon. All right. Golden.